Hello everyone, my name is Roya, and today I'm going to be telling you all about the books that I plan to read in the month of February. Also February is Feminist Lit Feb, which is a month-long thing hosted by Jane from It's Jane Lindsay, and I will leave a link to her announcement video for it down below. So basically everything that I plan to read this month, except for one thing, is feminist in some way. The one book that does not fit in with Feminist Lit February that I plan to finish this month is Night Watch by Sergei Lukyanenko, and this is actually the book that I chose for my TBR jar challenge of January that I did not get to, which was read a translated book. This was translated from Russian, and I plan to read it this month because I didn't get to it last month. And there are also two books that I'm currently reading that are The Fifth Season by N.K. Jemisin and Black Trillium by three people. And both of these are fantasy books, and both of them are actually by women and about female characters. So there is that, and that makes them fit in with Feminist Lit Feb, so that's really exciting. Now, before I get into the rest of my TBR for Feminist Lit Feb, I'm going to pick my TBR jar challenge. So I'm going to shake this up, even though that doesn't really do much, and then I'm going to pick one. So I'll pick this one. So this one says, the worst cover on your shelf. So I have actually had my worst cover on my shelf all picked out for this challenge, and that is for The Forgotten Garden by Kate Morton. This cover is so boring. My gods. So now I'm going to get on to the rest of my Feminist Lit Feb TBR, and that actually includes two audiobooks that are both feminist nonfiction, and one of them is All the Single Ladies by Rebecca Traister. And it is about unmarried women and the rise of an independent nation, so that sounds really interesting. The other one is Almost Famous Women by Megan Mayhew Bergman, and I think that is about women who did exist and did like notable things, but did not really get as much recognition for them as some of the other people that we know about. The next book that I plan to read for Feminist Lit Feb is The Robber Bride by Margaret Atwood, and Margaret Atwood is a feminist author, even though not necessarily all of her books are feminist, but many of them are. I've read like 6 of her books or something, at least. I've completely lost track. It's probably more than that. It's probably like 10. But anyway, The Robber Bride follows, I think, a girl who died, and then her 3 best friends get together to, like, talk about her or something, and the girl who died walks right in the door, like, perfectly alive. The next 5 books on my Feminist Lit Feb TBR are all historical fiction books, because when I think feminist, I think, hey, look at all these historical fiction books I have on my shelf about awesome chicks doing awesome things, and all but one of these have to do with historical figures who are women who actually existed, so I'm definitely really excited. The one that I do not think has to do with a woman who actually existed is Girl in Blue by Anna Rinaldi, and this is about a girl who dresses as a boy to join the Civil War. Next we have Queen's Gambit, which is about Catherine Parr, who is my favorite of King Henry VIII's wives, I think. She might actually be tied with Anne of Cleves, I'm not really sure. But that's just because Anne of Cleves is from Germany, so I'm biased because I love Germany. But anyway, Catherine Parr is a woman who really not a lot of people write historical fiction books about, I feel like, because her life didn't get interesting until after she outlived King Henry. So I'm definitely really excited to read this. Then there's Empress by Shan Sa, and this is about a Chinese empress, and beyond that, I really have no idea what this is about, so I'm definitely really excited to read this. Then we have The Passion of Artemisia by Susan Vreeland, and this is about Artemisia Gentileschi, who is one of my favorite historical figures from the Renaissance. She was one of the few female painters that we really hear much about from back then, and I have never read a book about her before, so I'm definitely really excited to read this. And the book that I will probably finish first this month is Equal of the Sun by Anita Amiresbani, and this follows but like a 1500s princess in Persia, so I'm definitely really excited to read this because I'm Persian and I'm biased. And finally, if I have much time left over in Feminist Lit Feb, I plan to read Grave Mercy, because this is about assassin nuns, and I guess that's feminist, isn't it? So there you have it, folks. Those are the books that I plan to read in the month of February. Let me know what you plan to read this month in the comments below, and also let me know if you're participating in Feminist Lit Feb and which feminist-ish book you are most excited to read, and I will see you soon with a new video. Bye!